miles per hour. It is thought that perhaps this person might even have a medical issue, so we don't want to do anything that might, exaggerate or exacerbate that situation here. So again, we're just moving kind of eastbound along Wilshire Boulevard, coming slowly. The LAPD is up ahead of the game here, blocking off intersections. They are able to do that, fortunately, because this person is driving at a slow rate of speed. Now, we don't know how many occupants are inside of the vehicle. We are just, again, coming up overhead, and we will try and get that information for you. But you see that dark-colored SUV just coming up on that major intersection right there in kind of the #1 lane, just approaching that intersection. Again, 5 to 10 miles per hour is the maximum that we are going at this point. Again, traveling through Beverly Hills, coming eastbound, coming through the intersection there, and there you see where that LAPD officer is able to block off that westbound traffic. And so, because they are traveling again at a slow rate of speed, they are able to get ahead of the situation here and block off any potential situations here that may arise, guys.
We've seen some bizarre ones. This is bizarre.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You took the words right out of my mouth. Mark, you may have told us this. I just didn't catch it. How did this all start?
You know what? I don't know, to be honest with you here. Apparently, the LAPD caught wind of this person possibly driving erratically, probably no more than about 5 to 10 minutes ago. Now, we were just coming over the hill just by happenstance here, and we picked up this pursuit, and it was, again, just traveling at a slow rate of speed. We just got overhead about 2 to 3 minutes ago, even as we were just coming to air. I was just trying to get some information from the LAPD helicopter overhead, and it is believed that this may be, someone potentially under the influence, potentially someone who may have some sort of a medical issue. So you see this person just, again, driving very slowly, still along Wilshire Boulevard. As far as we know, this has been along Wilshire Boulevard for the better part of, the past 10 minutes since this pursuit has been ongoing here. Now, we're just going to maneuver a little bit to the north, and you can kind of see how many cruisers are behind this person, at least 7 by my count. And again, looking ahead, eastbound along Wilshire, we do have some closures in effect because some of the officers are able to get ahead of the game and block off traffic as this person kind of makes their way through. Now, we don't know what the intention is here, but we do know that the LAPD is, again, involved in a slow-speed pursuit where this person is refusing at this point to pull over.
Just from past experience on one like this, they even bother with maybe trying to put down those strips that flatten the tires, or are they just going to just let this guy keep going until he finally stops?
It really is such bizarre behavior, and I guess that's the thing officers always have to take into account. This seems like something where they could literally pull in front of it and stop the car. They could almost walk next to it and have a discussion with the driver. But you don't know the mindset, obviously, of the person inside, if that person has a weapon. There's all sorts of things I'm sure that officers take into account, Mark. But for them to go ahead into each intersection, stop traffic to allow this person to continue on, and this could go on for a while. This person could have no intention of stopping.
Yeah, you just don't know what the mindset of the person is. I mean, in that they perceive that this person may have some kind of a medical condition. Are they in the right frame of mind? I mean, as the person is refusing to pull over, so we don't know what the mindset is at this point. But we just crossed La Cienega. For those of you who just know the area here, it's going to be eastbound Wilshire, just crossing over La Cienega. We're on a major thoroughfare coming through mid-city LA here, and so again, yeah, we're just kind of watching along as this kind of slow-speed pursuits kind of makes its way along the city streets here. Now, you would think that it might be a possibility that one of the cruisers or something might jump in front, but we just don't know the state of mind of the driver here. Are there any weapons involved, and what is this person resisting? The pulling, resisting the failure to yield for? Why is this person not pulling over? So you can almost run as fast as this person is driving right now, and we hope that this comes to a peaceful end and sooner than later. But so far, well, as you can see here, this person is just kind of driving along, even at an idling sort of pace here, eastbound along Wilshire.
Well, it's almost like a little bit of a dance here with the police officers. You see the motorcycles; they'll run up ahead of him. They'll block off the intersection. He'll slowly drive through the intersection, whoever's behind that wheel. And then they will take off to the next intersection and then get ahead of him and block off the traffic. And, of course, you see the traffic on the other side of the road not moving. Again, this was started off as reckless driving. Now it is a pursuit basically in slow motion. It's almost like he's, there's a couple of officers on the street. Maybe something's going to happen
right
here.
There. Okay, yeah, it looks like right here coming up on San Vicente, you saw those officers that Tim Decken, our photographer, was just showing you here. It looks like they were throwing out some spike strips, and you can in fact see that in the roadway going across Wilshire Boulevard here. That person appears has seen that and is now pulled over on the left lane here, has come to a stop. No advance as of yet by the LAPD officers, but again, this person has basically come to a stop here on eastbound Wilshire Boulevard here. Now westbound apparently still remains open. You saw that white vehicle kind of cruising by here. We're right at the intersection of Wilshire, just about 1 block short of San Vicente here. I'll try and get a smaller intersection here for you, but yeah, again, this is all happening right on a major thoroughfare here. We're again ahead of officers with a spike strip. This person has apparently pulled over to the left, still refusing to get out. You do have officers who are out of their vehicles at this point, likely ordering this person out of the vehicle. This person's still not complying at this point, and so we will see how this ends, and we certainly hope that this comes to a peaceful conclusion, but as of yet, this person's still refusing.
You can see people now coming out of their office building, taking a look at what's going on. Of course, Wilshire, a very popular thoroughfare this time of day through Beverly Hills. Now you just went east of La Cienega on Wilshire, and those individuals checking out what's going on. But it appears this car didn't run over a spike strip, just saw them there in the distance and decided to stop. It appears there's one person in the vehicle, but again, we don't have confirmation of that. And as Mark was saying, the possibility this person could be under the influence of something, but it started as a reckless driving situation.
Reckless driving, and then it turned into a slow motion pursuit. Very bizarre here through down Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And again, you know, you can't go backwards. You can't put it in reverse because they've got that blocked off. The spike strips are in front of him. If he wants to drive away from this, he could probably jump that median right here. So, and I'm surprised they don't have that blocked off, but we'll have to see what happens here. But because we don't know if he has a weapon or not, they will be very cautious, which I would imagine sometime in the next couple of minutes, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Can't sit there forever.
And Mark, I know you've seen many of these where it comes to a stop, officers get behind their doors there, looks like guns are drawn. This is probably an instance where they're yelling at the driver to get out of the vehicle with your hands up. Is that correct?
That's exactly what they're doing. These officers are out of their vehicle. They're likely on their bullhorns, and they're ordering this person to come out of that Ford SUV there. This person, as of yet, not complying, and so we will see what course of action these officers choose to undertake here over the course of the next several minutes here. Where we are is on Wilshire Boulevard here. We're basically between two smaller streets, Gale Drive and Tower Drive. It's just about 1 block to the west of San Vicente, so right in the heart of Beverly Hills as it happens here. And so this person, again, just refusing to come out. We don't know if the officers will choose to make an advance towards the vehicle. It looks like that may be the case at some point. We do have a lot of onlookers who are coming onto the scene. You guys had commented before. There, look at the top right of the screen there, one of the buildings here. You have several people who are kind of looking at the situation from a second-floor balcony. But again, we do have officers who are on the scene. It looks like they may at some point choose to make an approach to the vehicle here. No doubt they are ordering that person out of the vehicle. Still, as of yet, this person not complying. This person just kind of pulling over just ahead of officers here who had thrown out some spike strips. Now, westbound traffic is shut down here on Wilshire Boulevard, right here at San Vicente here. I can see kind of a handful of cars, maybe 8 or 9 cars that are still stuck in the back up there, but traffic through this stretch between Gale and San Vicente is effectively shut down on Wilshire Boulevard, guys.
Okay, and of course we can see those officers standing by that red car trying to get a better view of what's going inside the vehicle with that driver. We assume that he is by himself, couldn't really see anybody else in the vehicle. And again, starting to track a lot of onlookers in that area. But right now it's just a standoff. We're going to see what happens. No idea.
And that officer, the 2 officers near the red car there, using that, I would imagine, as protection just to shield themselves. I don't think anyone's inside that red vehicle. You can see some more officers joining them on that side of the road. But for a second, it looked to me as if I saw someone's hands come out of the window, waving. But again, it was kind of a hard angle to tell. And really, I'm sure they're trying to yell to this individual to try to have some sort of communication to get an idea of where their head is at, so they know how to approach the situation from here.
Well, it looks like it's easy. You would say just walk up to the car and pull them out. We've seen, you know, pursuits in that way. But, you know, you always want to err on the side of precaution, and they want to have all, as much information as they can possibly gather here before they decide to do anything like pull him out of the vehicle, him or her. So right now, it looks like it's just a waiting game. Looks like there's a lot of stuff there on that passenger side seat.
Yeah, it does. It started in Beverly Hills. That's what Mark was telling us. Initially, this person was driving recklessly. Then we followed a pursuit for a couple of minutes down Wilshire Boulevard, maybe going 5 to 10 miles per hour. A really strange behavior from this driver. And, you know, I'm sure at this plate, maybe running plates, trying to find out if there's anything else they can learn about the driver. Mark, how many officers are on this? You can see a couple of, several patrol cars there.
Yeah, in terms of how many cruisers are on scene, we're talking about at least probably something on the order of 8 or 9. We have a couple of motorcycles who are also part of some activity here in the past couple of minutes here. Jessica and Glenn, good afternoon, everyone. This slow-speed pursuit began about 20 to 25 minutes ago. Ended up here in Beverly Hills, eastbound on Wilshire, just before San Vicente. You have a team of officers who are making an approach to the vehicle here. 3 on the right rear, 4 on the left rear, and they are just now opening the driver door and getting the driver of this vehicle out. Now, the driver does not seem to be coming out willingly, and so they're going to be pulling him out, literally, of this vehicle, using some physical force to restrain this person. It looks like it may be a female at this point. What this person was initially wanted for, we just don't know, other than a possible reckless driving. So a traffic violation, from what we understand, that kind of escalated into a failure to yield and led to this slow-speed pursuit through Beverly Hills. But it looks like all's well that ends well, and that is certainly some good news here. Eastbound on Wilshire, just before Santa Fe, you saw that team of 7 to 8 officers there go into the vehicle. They got that driver out, and it looks like everything is going to be okay here, and that is certainly some good news here. Some tense moments on the streets of Beverly Hills, however, as Wilshire Boulevard was shut down for 2 blocks between Gale Drive and San Vicente. That still does remain the case, and eastbound Wilshire, which is where they are right now, will likely be closed for the next several minutes. Westbound Wilshire will likely open in the next couple of minutes here to resume normal traffic here, but definitely a peaceful ending, and that's what we like. Guys, that is the update from